Oh, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her attorney out here scamming again, y'all, allegedly. Y'all know Lifetime set up an influencer and protesters last week at Gypsy Rose's book signing. They've been trying to paint a picture of Gypsy that's totally different from what the public has been able to see. Now, we all know Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a liar, manipulator, a unaliver, and she's completely unethical. However, they're trying to paint a picture that the world is trying to bully her, content creators are trying to bully her, and that's the reason why she hasn't been able to be an advocate.
Gypsy Rose Blanchard's situation continues to take unexpected and controversial turns, and recent developments suggest that her story is far from over. In this video, we're diving deep into allegations, hidden motives, and the layered connections that have left the public divided. Let's unpack everything step by step before there is a lot to cover. To start with, Gypsy Rose has once again found herself in the center of a scandal. This time, the accusations revolve around a free community Christmas party organized by the Bless Your Heart non-profit foundation headed by her family lawyer, J. Jambon. According to reports, Gypsy allegedly funded the event, but the motivations behind this act are being heavily scrutinized. Critics argue that it wasn't an act of selfless charity, but a carefully orchestrated attempt to repair her tarnished image. If that means suspicious to you, you're not alone.
Oh, Gypsy Rose Blanchard and her attorney out here scamming again, y'all, allegedly. Y'all know Lifetime set up an influencer and protesters last week at Gypsy Rose's book signing. They've been trying to paint a picture of Gypsy that's totally different from what the public has been able to see. Now, we all know Gypsy Rose Blanchard is a liar, manipulator, a unaliver, and she's completely unethical. However, they're trying to paint a picture that the world is trying to bully her, content creators are trying to bully her, and that's the reason why she hasn't been able to be an advocate. To make things even worse, child, Shorty did a Christmas thing for the less fortunate with her attorney, Jeray, allegedly.
The timing of this alleged good deed is worth noting. Gypsy has been out of prison for over a year, and during that time, she hasn't made any notable contributions to the community. Instead, her public persona has been marred by a series of controversies and accusations of manipulation. Suddenly, out of nowhere, she decides to sponsor a Christmas party for disadvantaged children. It's hard not to question the motives here. For someone whose part is steeped in exploitation and self-serving behavior, this sudden burst of generosity feels out of character. Could this be another calculated ploy to reshape public opinion in her favor? Now let's talk about J. Jambon, the lawyer at the center of this story. J. has built her career advocating for victims of domestic violence and disadvantaged families, which makes her close association with Gypsy, a convicted criminal who orchestrated the murder of her own mother. All the more baffling. What's Jerry's endgame? Is she genuinely convinced of Gypsy's narrative as a victim of abuse, or is this about something else entirely? Whatever the case, her involvement is raising eyebrows and questions about her own integrity.
Is an attorney in Louisiana, and she also helps a nonprofit organization for domestic violence. Let's check it out. So she was in the community spotlight, and it says, as a mother, God has really put the children of domestic violence on my heart. Jeray, and then, they give all the information down below. Now, all of us that have really truly done our research, we know that Gypsy is not a victim of that, correct? But this woman is supporting a woman that unalived her mom, which that is domestic violence. She's also supporting a woman that had her mom set up and allegedly was abusing her. That is what this attorney is co-signing on.
The Christmas party itself seems noble at first glance. Held at a local youth center, it was designed to bring some holiday cheer to disadvantaged children in the area. However, reports from the Bayou suggest that Gypsy's role as a sponsor might not be as altruistic as it seems. Many locals believe the funding for the event actually came from Lifetime, the network responsible for dramatizing Gypsy's story in their hit show. If true, this raises even more questions about the narrative Lifetime is trying to sell. Could they be using this event as a plot device for an upcoming season, painting Gypsy as a reformed individual trying to do good despite public criticism? If so, it is yet another example of how Gypsy and those around her leverage emotional manipulation to shape public perception. Moreover, consider the optics. Lifetime potentially funding this event under the guise of Gypsy's charity work creates a narrative of redemption that conveniently aligns with their storytelling storytelling objectives. It also deflects attention from Gypsy's questionable behavior and refocuses it on a heartwarming tale of her giving back. This kind of emotional baiting has been a hallmark of Gypsy's public persona since her release, and this Christmas party may just be the latest chapter in her ongoing effort to control how the world sees her. What's even more questionable is J. Ray Jambon's involvement. As a family lawyer who claims to champion the rights of domestic violence survivors, her alignment with Gypsy feels contradictory. Let's not forget, Gypsy's crime wasn't just an act of desperation. It was a premeditated murder of her own mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, which Dee Dee's abusive behavior toward Gypsy is well documented. That doesn't absolve Gypsy of her actions. And yet, J. Ray has not only represented Gypsy in legal matters, but she's also maintained a personal connection, even attending events like Gypsy's baby shower and meet and greets. What's J. Ray's motive here? Is it purely financial gain, or does she genuinely believe in Gypsy's narrative of being a victim turned survivor? Either way, this association is causing her credibility to take a significant hit. Many of J. Ray's former clients are now questioning whether she truly upholds the values she claims to represent. After all, how can someone who advocates for domestic violence victims also support someone who committed such a heinous act? One particular incident adds fuel to the fire. During one of Gypsy's book signings, where content creators gathered to peacefully protest, it was alleged that J. Ray stood by as protesters were harassed and even dragged out of the venue. For someone running a Bless Your Heart foundation, this lack of intervention paints a troubling picture. Is she enabling Gypsy's questionable behavior rather than guiding her toward genuine reform? Gypsy's history of manipulative behavior is well documented, and the release of her memoir serves as a prime example. While marketed as an inspirational tale for abuse survivors, the book's explicit content and exaggerated claims suggest a different motive. Gypsy's story was already widely known through documentaries, interviews, and new articles. To make her memoir stand out, she embellished details and added shocking elements, effectively turning her mother into the ultimate antagonist and herself into the ultimate victim. What makes this even worse is Gypsy's lack of accountability. There were no disclaimers in the memoir to warn readers about its explicit content. Instead, she casually posted a content warning on her social media as if that would reach every potential reader.
Hey everybody, so this is day 2 after my memoir, My Time to Stand, has been released to bookstores and wherever books are sold. I am so proud to be holding this book right now. And whoever has read it already, I hope that you receive the message. This is not a true crime book. This is a book about survival and hardship and overcoming massive amounts of trauma.
Impact on sensitive readers or her credibility. And let's not forget her knack for exploiting public generosity. From receiving personalized baby items from brands like Cozy Crew Club to a high-end baby courier from Egger Baby, Gypsy has a way of positioning herself as a charity case. She even went as far as posting her postal address online under the guise of wanting mail, but it was clear the intention was to solicit gifts. The habit of freeloading isn't just opportunistic, it's insulting to genuinely vulnerable individuals who could use such support for more than Gypsy. One of the most glaring examples of Gypsy's manipulation came when she attempted to secure a second house from Habitat for Humanity. Claiming to be a single mother with no income, Gypsy filled out the application with help from her stepmother, Christy Blanchard. Thankfully, the organization saw through her grift and denied her application. But instead of owning up, Gypsy spun the story, claiming she had applied to volunteer with the organization and was unfairly turned away. This blatant lie further highlights her willingness to twist narratives to suit her agenda. Adding to this pattern of deception, Gypsy once claimed to have donated the Make-A-Wish Foundation, but unsurprisingly, no evidence of this donation ever surfaced. If Gypsy truly wanted to advocate for good causes, why wouldn't she provide proof? The answer seems clear. It was yet another attempt to manipulate public perception. Returning to J. Ray Jambon, her continued association with Gypsy is puzzling. Beyond Gypsy's contractual controversy, J. Ray has represented other questionable clients, including Matthew Adams, who faced allegations of endangering his own children during a domestic dispute. This raises serious concerns about her judgment and the values she claims to uphold. Is she simply chasing lucrative cases, regardless of the moral implications? If so, what does that say about her ability to prevent genuine victims of domestic violence? As J. Ray becomes more intertwined with Gypsy's schemes, the fallout is becoming impossible to ignore. Will her clients continue to trust her, or will this scandal tarnish her career beyond repair? As for Gypsy, it is hard to say whether she's nearing the end of her manipulative streak or just getting started. The free community, Christmas party, whether funded by her or Lifetime, it's just another chapter in a long history of schemes designed to exploit public sympathy. And with J. Ray Jambon by her side, it seems Gypsy has no shortage of enablers willing to support her, regardless of the consequences. So what do you think? Did Gypsy genuinely fund the Christmas party, or was this another calculated move by Lifetime? And what about J. Ray's role in all of this? Can she salvage her reputation, or has her association with Gypsy done irreversible damage? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the latest buzz.